Here's a tip. Why don't you eat some low-hanging fruit? And leave the turkeys alone. We are.
It's just ridiculous.
How are you all? Where are you all? Our TVC family all around the world.
We are hangry.
We are.
Hangry.
Hangry. Hangry. Hangry.
Goodness only knows what the neighbours downstairs think. My goodness.
2 Instagram photos of the food.
I'm just going to say...
Oh, I didn't even take my photo for Jane Unchained.
Oh, you can do
I'll do it
now.
after.
No,
okay. Yeah.
Skip that.
The meal prep. The video setup, the room setup.
But today we added an extra layer of complexity. We tried to take... No,
we did that too.
We tried to take a really nice Instagram photo. You know all these accounts that just look like super perfect and all these girls holding their food going, it's so amazing. I tell you what, behind the scenes, we're killing each other. I don't know how they do it.
It's a lot harder than it looks and they present things very well, so...
I'm just letting you know that it's absolutely torturous to try and make it look all perfect. And you know what? It's so not perfect. Like, I hate trying to make things look like that.
Because that's not how real life works.
It's not how it is. So
people are busy, you slap things together, and it's a balancing act because people are trying to encourage and inspire other people to try a plant-based diet because of how pretty it is and blah blah. But honestly, the reality is that it's just
nonsense. Yeah. Why do we start every mukbang whining and complaining?
Because that's what we do.
Why do we do that? I don't know. Should we start again?
No, I think we're good. I think, look, people, we all whine, don't we? We all complain.
Yeah, but not all people do it like to an audience.
No, and people are thinking... They're probably thinking,
they didn't sign up for this,
I whine and complain all day in my private life. When I turn on YouTube, I don't want to hear other people whining and complaining. Or...
we're just being real.
Maybe it makes them feel like, yeah, I'm not the only one, you know?
You're not the only one. Yeah. Sometimes it's like FML. Get Instagram out of the way and let's just do this. Alright,
so what have we got today? Oh, hang on, what are we doing here? It's a mukbang.
Oh my gosh. Pause before you hear our complaining.
Eating show.
Go and get yourself some vegan
Involves
food.
eating. What about people who have already eaten and they're like in bed and they're going to watch it?
So many people say, oh my god, it's like 12 o'clock or it's 11 o'clock or it's late. I've already eaten.
Don't eat if you've already eaten.
That's okay.
You can either do 2 things. Just watch it without eating or hold it over to your next meal.
Or, third option, get a cup of tea.
Depends. If you like me and you're going to be peeing all night because you have that cup of tea right before going to bed. But if you like
Get a cup of tea. You'll be right. Okay. So, today we have something super different and yummy.
We do. It's a non-whole food mukbang, this one, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's not whole food, but it's pretty good. And it's we're coming up to summer, so it's a really nice warm day. It's very hot. And we felt like something like sandwiches, summer sandwiches.
Yeah, and what did we used to like? We both used to like egg and lettuce sandwiches with mayonnaise. True, is that fair?
That's what our mums used to make us in summertime.
Right.
So today
I used to make myself in summertime when I was an adult.
Oh, my mum made it for me. Today we are having tofu scrambled sandwiches.
Yeah.
This is one we prepared earlier for Instagram. This is the one that like just destroyed us.
So, whole grain bread, and then the tofu scramble, which has got portobello mushrooms, baby spinach, red bell pepper or capsicum, heap of herbs and spices, including nooch.
Yeah, so I use curry powder, turmeric, paprika, a bit of cayenne pepper.
That could be it.
I think so.
Yeah.
Looks good, hey? Oh yeah, and a bit of nooch on top. You don't need to use nooch, but I just did.
And you can use anything really, can't you?
Hello. Alright, so...
And we've got a dressing here, which is kind of like a little mayonnaise that we made ourselves.
Well, it's not really.
It's
not mayonnaise, but it's not. It's tahini, apple cider vinegar,
maple syrup, and Himalayan rock salt.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the reason why I didn't add oh my god, I'm so
salt.
Oh, I need to eat. We didn't add salt to the tofu is because we added it in the dressing
and it's also in the bread. So if you put it everywhere, then you end up too much sodium. So yeah.
All right. So
cucumbers, tomatoes, fresh lettuce. All right. So you're good to go.
Let's go. Yeah. Just to show you, we got some fresh stuff. Oh, it nearly rolled off.
All right.
Okay.
Rest of the bread over here. What?
Now, I don't know what happened with this bread. Look how small this is. What is
It's a mini loaf.
What
It's hobbit bread.
It's hobbit bread. This isn't for us. We're not hobbits.
I know. And you know, it's so small, I'm going to have to probably...
Well, here, let's share this one because you're going to pass
No,
No, I want to share it.
I don't want to share it.
Why?
Please, I insist. All right.
Is it because I've touched it? You don't want girl germs?
No, that's good.
Okay.
All right.
We have to share the knife.
Yeah, I know.
What are you guys eating? Let us know down below.
Yeah, and let
Share
others
your
know
recipe.
too. You know the KALEL mukbang response video?
Yep.
Oh, geez, people were eating some delicious things in
I
the comment
know.
section, weren't they?
It's really yummy to see
Excuse me,
what
I'm
you
going to
guys...
reach across. I know.
It's okay.
Okay.
And you know he only says excuse me when we're on camera.
I'm not going to deny it.
I'm not going to
I'm not
deny
going
it.
to deny it. All right, what we got here?
Okay, so I figured that sandwiches were going to be less messy than burgers. Oops. But I don't know if that's going to be correct. Are you going to cut your sandwich?
No.
What do you guys do? Do you cut sandwiches or do you just go all in one?
Well, we actually, you know, the question we asked them in the KALEL mukbang video. I'm so angry.
Hey, I'm
That's not my life.
I'm dyslexic for real, so I'm allowed to make those mistakes.
It's been 4 hours and 24 minutes since we finished breakfast. We're
Are you
due for
seriously
lunch.
timing
Yes,
it?
we finished at 9. It's 1:24. All right.
Okay.
The other thing I had to say was, in the KALEL mukbang video, we had a whole, do you stir through or do you fluff? It was about a 50-50 split. If you don't know what we're talking about, we'll link the last mukbang video below.
Quickly,
Go.
I want to take it together.
Go.
Bad luck, I'm doing it.
Is it good? I'm going to, you want me to, I think we're going to go through it too quick if I use bread on top. Can I use lettuce on top?
No.
Well,
Just, we'll have to do one and one. So do one with bread to begin with.
Did you put mayonnaise on both sides?
No, it's not going to rate last.
Okay.
Bang.
How is it?
It's good.
It's good?
It's good.
That seems like...
That's really nice. I should have put more mayonnaise. It's not mayonnaise. What are we going to call this? It's our tahini mayonnaise.
Maybe we should have made more.
What do you know?
Oh, you said it needs more.
It just went everywhere.
Alright. Messy.
It is messy.
Hobbit bread sandwiches.
Hobbit bread. Nice, huh? I lost it.
Summer
Summer
sandwiches.
sandwiches. Summer egg sandwiches. Without the cruelty. Without the disgusting cruelty to animals, to chickens, to hens. Without the disease-forming eggs.
Without the environmental destruction.
That's nice, hey? Yum.
That's good.
Yeah. You're gonna get tofu lips. Life.
Oh my god.
I know. Hope you are enjoying your meal as much as we are.
Oh, that's good.
Isn't it?
That's good.
Yeah. I feel like next mukbang, because I feel really bad that we're always whining when we start. I feel terrible. Honestly, I feel like we should restart. Next mukbang, I promise you guys, we're going to eat a little bit before we start recording so we're not totally freaking out and complaining first thing. Is that alright?
Maybe, huh?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, I feel bad.
Are we forgiven?
Yeah.
Is it still comical? Do you still have a laugh at us anyway?
just
Or
go,
do you just want to
"Shut up,
switch
you
it off?
two."
And, yeah, shut up, you two.
Really good.
Typically I make the food for mukbangs, but Natasha made the scramble today and you did a great job.
Oh, thank you, honey.
It's really good.
Thank you, maple syrup.
It's really good.
I know.
You digging that? I'm digging that.
I'm digging it, baby. I'm digging it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Gonna get on with it?
Yeah.
You just want to sit back and enjoy your sandwiches, don't you?
I do, to be
just
honest.
listen to us
I
going, for the next half hour.
But hey, meal idea for people.
Yeah, try it
Yeah.
out. So with the tofu, what do we use? Firm tofu?
Mm-hmm.
And you just crumble it with your hands. So first I sauteed some onion, sauteed the chopped mushrooms and bell pepper or capsicum, some spinach, baby spinach, threw that in, stir it all up. Then once that's cooked, you just crumble the firm tofu with your hands.
Oh, no oil, by the way.
No
we just
oil.
use a non-stick wok.
Yep.
And just
A little bit of water
to water saute.
And then you put all your spices, and that's it. Very, very simple, very easy.
This is delicious.
Really good. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, people can get in. I'm just going to have a code word and say TL. Tofu Lips. That corner.
You've got some too.
Do I?
Yeah.
Where?
On your cheek.
On my cheek?
Yeah.
I do not. Really?
It's more
Get it
breadcrumbs than tofu, though.
Get it off.
No one can see it.
I feel like you're like a mother cat licking me.
There you
Clean
go.
me up.
It's
Thanks.
going to keep happening. It doesn't matter. It's real.
Okay, today is a TVC news desk video. So we had a few things that people sent us in the last couple of weeks, and we thought it'd be fun to read these articles and respond. The first one, I've got to say,
It's comical.
it really is. When I read the headline, I'm like, oh yeah, nothing new. So the headline is,
Lawsuit filed against Miyoko's Kitchen for calling vegan butter, butter.
okay. However, this is not a lawsuit from the dairy industry, not even a butter company.
Yeah.
It's from an individual customer,
Yeah.
right? So the lawsuit accuses the vegan product of being misleading.
All
Well,
right.
if you look at the picture, what does it say? Are you guys all seeing the same thing we are?
Cultured vegan, butter.
Cultured vegan butter. Vegan butter. How is that misleading?
And also, and we'll get into this probably later, but I noticed in the bottom left-hand corner there, spreads like butter. So those words are inferring it's not
It's not butter.
traditional butter, which
Yeah,
is
dairy
made from
butter.
dairy. Yeah.
It's vegan butter. It says it.
Okay, so vegan brand Miyoko's Kitchen Incorporated is being sued by a woman who claims the product's packaging is misleading.
So by a woman, this is an individual customer, right?
That's crazy.
Oh, God.
Jasmine Brown of Suffolk County is seeking at least $5 million in damages.
$5 million!
This lady's off her rocker. Crazy.
Go on.
For alleged negligent misrepresentation, breach of warranty, fraud, and unjust enrichment through the potential class action suit.
I can't believe this.
No.
What?
It reminds me of that ad, I can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah. I can't believe
Do you remember that ad from years back?
I can't believe it's not butter.
Was it with Fabio, the world's most beautiful man?
I think so.
Okay.
So what exactly, what damages, like you've picked up a product that has not killed animals, that is better for your health, that is not destroying the environment. Oh, well, that's not fair. I want a product that does all of those things. I want to kill animals, I want to destroy my health, and I want to hurt the environment.
And if I can't get that product, I'm going to sue you.
You will pay me $5 million. Now, is this a class action suit?
Potential.
I can't believe.
Crazy, isn't it?
Don't they have anything better to do with their time? You're like, of all the things to do in your life.
Yes.
You're not even listening, are you?
I am listening, but I'm trying to multitask here. I can. I can't really.
You really
but
can't.
I am listening.
No, you're not.
I am.
Okay, the
All
suit
right.
filed by Brown.
in Brooklyn Federal Court against Miyoko's Kitchen Inc. claims Miyoko's packaging is misleading because the products lack any milk or dairy ingredients,
That's why it says vegan.
leading Brown to pay the premium price of $6.99 because she relied on the misleading representations. So, I'm sorry.
What?
She wanted to. She paid $6.99.
Yeah.
Thinking in her mind, this is a premium price, so I want it to be dairy-based product.
I don't know why she
Because
bought that. Like, or did she think it was like really, really, really good dairy butter for that price?
That's the only conclusion I can draw as well. Yeah.
So it's just bizarre. Anyway, so we actually touched on this in one of our podcast episodes a few weeks
it was
back.
a podcast episode. That's so funny because I forgot to tell you this.
Yeah.
While you were getting ready, I thought, we've seen this we've discussed this in a previous mukbang. I looked at previous mukbangs, I couldn't find it, but it wasn't mukbang, it was a podcast episode. Got you now, because we've covered
not this particular story exactly, but the topic.
The topic, yeah, right.
And there was a survey done.
Yeah, we're going to come to in the article.
Yeah.
So, speaking to the New York Post, company owner Miyoko said, several surveys indicate that consumers are not confused when they buy plant dairy and buy these products specifically because they do not contain animal ingredients. In fact, whether or not we call our product butter, most consumers will refer to it as such because that is how it looks, tastes, and performs. While our award-winning butter may not have tasted like butter to Jasmine Brown, many people who taste it either comment, "Wow, it's butter," or "Wow, it's better than butter," she said.
So basically, it does taste like butter. It looks like butter. It performs like butter. So how is she misled when it said vegan on the front of the package and it's going to do all the things that dairy butter does for her? Where is the misleading, what did she say she's suing for?
Misleading representations.
Yeah, but there's more. Breach of warranty, fraud. How is this fraud? And unjust enrichment.
Negligent misrepresentation. I know. Is she a dairy farmer or does she come from a dairy family?
It's comical.
So when it comes to the labelling of dairy products, a recent poll revealed that fewer than 10% of US consumers believe plant-based milks contain any dairy products. According to the research by the International Food Information Council, the IFFC, a further 75% know the vegan products do not contain cow's milk, and the remaining respondents are not sure. The IFCC says these results show a low level of consumer confusion over nomenclature and basic differences between the two.
Done. Honestly, this woman, Jasmine, get a life. Find some purpose and do something more productive with your life. Oh, it just made me laugh so much.
If you didn't laugh, you'd cry.
I know. It's ridiculous. I said it as my fingers are stuck in my mouth. This is yummy. I'm on to my next one, please. More Hobbit bread this way. Oh, what is it going to give us? Like 2 sandwiches each?
That's why I topped mine with lettuce.
Have you done that, this one?
Yeah. So it'll go further.
Oh. You could have just bought 2 loaves, you know.
Well, this was a mini loaf. So they had a regular size loaf.
Oh, you didn't get it? Oh, everyone, this is filmed evidence.
Yeah, because I thought we're having a whole block of tofu. We didn't need a whole loaf of bread as well.
This is us. Come on.
Yeah,
You just confessed on camera and everyone knows
I might
now.
have made an error there. Maybe error of judgment. We'll see.
Going down, mate. Going down. Okay, let's go on to the next story.
Okay.
So,
Headline reads,
wow.
big dairy brands... Oh, sorry, okay. Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
It's all in the intonation, isn't it? Big dairy brands vegan activists triggered terrorists.
Ooh. Are you triggered by this? Are you triggered by being called a terrorist?
Triggered by the word triggered. Western Union Dairyman has issued a newsletter on how to fight against animal activists, branding them a domestic terrorist threat.
I find this so validating. I love this story. It really just, it says everything. We're winning. The movement is winning. They wouldn't make these stories and they wouldn't put out these newsletters if we weren't having an impact. So I am over the moon, joyful, very happy to be labelled a terrorist by the dairy industry because they're very afraid. And it's working, what we're doing.
Can I just say,
Yep.
provided
Yeah.
what they're trying to do is they're trying to convince the majority of people
Yeah.
that read news articles and watch the evening news and what have you,
That we're dangerous.
that we're dangerous, that we're militant, that we're extreme,
I know.
that any vocal vegan is a terrorist. You know,
But anyone who actually believes that,
I know, but
you're not going to win them over anyway. I mean, if you just think about what we're talking about here.
exactly. Provided people aren't stupid enough to fall for the narrative that the mainstream media is
And
using
there
against.
are stupid people that are going to believe it. That's what I'm saying. You're never going to convince those people anyway. They're still going to be.
The question is, how many of the 7.5 billion people are stupid?
A lot. That's what.
And that's my concern. So if they convince enough of those people, then that is slightly problematic because
Not really.
no one wants to be a militant extremist terrorist.
Those people are so stupid that they won't go vegan anyway. They've got all the evidence. They've seen all the. Well, maybe not all of them have, but I'm saying, generally speaking, it's not hidden anymore. It's very well known what happens in dairy and how bad it is for us. So if you're still consuming it, what's going on? Whether you like vegans or not, right? Don't mind our little debate here.
And I agree with you wholeheartedly. I'm just saying the flip side of it is there might be enough stupid people to buy this rubbish.
And that's what I'm saying. They're going to, whether they buy this rubbish or not, they're still going to consume dairy.
Yeah.
So, anyway, let's get on with the article.
Hang on 1 second.
What?
I'm feeling a little...
What's happening?
Just the left nostril. There we go. Real stuff, folks. Real stuff.
Real
right
upset.
here.
Okay, so this is my first. I've got to be honest here, I've never had an open sandwich with lettuce.
Never?
This goes against everything in my being. I feel wrong. I feel dirty doing this. This deserves two slices of bread.
Yeah, it does deserve it. We don't have them. Because of the mini Hobbit loaf.
Because you bought a mini Hobbit loaf. I can't believe you said that there was regular. I can't believe it.
Well, I think the slices were the same size. You just got more slices.
That's the whole point. Oh, he's in trouble. Okay, read the article.
Okay.
A US dairy group has branded vegan activists
Triggered terrorists in a newsletter about how to ward off the threat of the animal rights contingent.
Dun dun dun!
According to the newsletter from Western United Dairymen, which is dated November 15, the organisation knows there will be increasing days of action coming and has provided a list of protocols animal ag facilities can put in place to prepare. These include
We're coming.
putting up no trespassing signs
Well, that's going to stop
at
us.
every entrance and having a designated activist agent working during every shift.
I'm sorry, I'm getting off on this. This is wonderful.
Well, it's actually good because we're costing the industry more because at the moment they leave a lot of these facilities unmanned because as often as they can to keep the costs
Spit it out.
Yeah, their costs as low as possible. So that's good. We're increasing their costs, having an impact on their economic bottom line, huh?
Yeah, so the newsletter was shared online by Matt Johnson, press coordinator at Direct Action Everywhere, a global animal advocacy network.
We've managed to be both triggered and terrorists in the watchful eyes of Animal Ag, wrote Johnson, who does a weekly roundup of DXE's appearances in the news. Speaking on video, he added, "This industry response is something we've come accustomed to, though this one is a little more alarmist than usual. When they throw these claims out there, they do this because it has worked for them historically." Again, the narrative of branding activists as extreme militant terrorists, it's going to hopefully keep the majority of people thinking that way and not going vegan.
I know. To counter that, I will say that, and I said this previously, these days it's like everybody knows someone that is vegan or moving more towards plant-based, and what that does is it normalizes vegans and veganism. It puts a human person in front of them. It's like, well, I know Luca and Natasha, they don't seem like terrorists. They're nice people. I don't know if they know us, they eat nice food or something. They care about animals, they care about other people, they're trying to help and do good things in the world. That's not exactly what the industry is calling them. Do you know what I mean? So the more people know other vegans, it just normalizes it. And so all of a sudden, whatever the industry is saying, it does not marry up with the reality of the people that you know in your real life.
Correct. And the more existing vegans that get active, such that we have basically everyone who is vegan is active in some way, then the two become synonymous. Veganism with activism, and then what you said kicks in, and everyone who is not vegan can't really make those...
It just normalizes everything.
Yeah.
Normalizes caring, normalizes taking action. Okay. So here's a screenshot of the Western United Dairymen newsletter. I couldn't get this online, you have to sign up. So I like the bit that's highlighted here.
Zero tolerance policy for these triggered terrorists. So,
just read the first line though. As the domestic terrorist threat of animal rights activists continue to increase throughout the state, it's important to make you aware that multiple county sheriff's departments have begun to adopt a zero tolerance policy for these triggered terrorists.
So they've got law enforcement on their side. And this is what we experienced in the US when we were there on our international activism tour earlier this year,
Yeah.
We were treated very, very discriminatorily by the law enforcement. They were clearly biased in favour of the business operators. And this is a case of the pot calling the kettle black to the extreme.
Yeah.
This industry and the people that work in it are the ones who are actually terrorising innocent, defenceless animals, most of whom are babies. And then you have activists who are calling out the actions of this terrorising industry, and they're being labelled as terrorists. This is where the industry, turns it around,
Yeah.
and they try to play the victim card, ignoring the actual victims, the animals. I don't know how many times we have to say this.
That sentence there is so strong. Domestic terrorist threat. Because we want to stop the killing of chickens, pigs, fish, turkeys, ducks, geese, cows.
It's a threat to the economy.
That's what they're concerned about, the bottom line, the money. They don't care about these animals. They don't care about humans. They don't care about the planet. They care about money.
And they don't care about you, the consumer.
Yeah. Okay, so that's basically that's the sum of the article.
The meat industry predicted it would face issues from the growing vegan lobby last year when a leading animal ag figure named animal activism one of the 6 major challenges to overcome in 2018.
Yeah.
Good. Writing for agribusiness news site Feedstuffs, Chuck Jolly, president of a food marketing firm whose clients include Cattle Network, said activists are still out there, smarter, well-financed, more sophisticated, and deeply determined to end animal agriculture.
At least they're speaking the truth in that sentence, and yes,
Yeah.
they're fully aware.
Yeah. I would say the animal agriculture industry or the animal exploiting industries are still out there. They're getting slyer, they're very well financed, they're more sly every day, and they're deeply determined to continue animal exploitation.
Yeah.
There's a turnaround for you. Jolly also offered tips to animal agriculture businesses to avoid being exposed for bad practices.
So, not tips to stop the bad practices,
Wow.
just make sure they're not exposed. Oh my God, does that not say everything?
It says everything. It says they're acknowledging that they're engaging in bad practices. And in fact, if you watch Dominion, you'll see how much industry is lying to consumers with the humane myth and saying that local, organic, free-range, cage-free, antibiotic-free, hormone-free, blah, 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 is actually, good.
It's all bad. There's
all
no such
bad.
thing as bad practices. It's just a bad industry, full stop. You can't take someone's life, exploit their body and steal their secretions, kill their babies in a good way.
No
Like,
right
it's
way to do the wrong thing.
Exactly. It's the epitome of bad. Oh, so this guy continues.
And he calls activist organisations like Mercy for Animals and Direct Action Everywhere demons. Talk about playing the victim card.
Demons.
And
not the ones actually doing the killing and the harming, the raping, the abusing. That's not demons, that's normal. Those trying to expose and stop the torture and the mutilation and the slavery and exploitation and death, they're the demons. I mean, it says everything. Like, can you please share this video with everyone you know who's still eating animals so they can hear this? We're not the demons, we're trying to stop the violence.
And in history will prove us right. We will look back at these times when we exploited animals and when we called the people trying to liberate the animals terrorists, and we will think, what were we thinking? How did we ever believe this lying, manipulative, deceitful, abusing, exploiting industry? We were duped.
Yeah. It's like people are in a trance It's like they're walking around, oh yeah, they're the demons, they're the bad ones, they're the terrorists. Hello, wake up. I just feel like shaking people.
Well, actually, vegan psychologist Dr. Clare Mann, on one of our podcast episodes, when she's talking about her book Vystopia, A Vegan's Anguish Living in a Non-Vegan World, talks about the trance-like collusion of everybody in this animal exploitation. It's so true. Trance-like collusion.
That's exactly what it is. So, interesting story. I like to take it as a positive.
It is.
That's just me.
Yep.
If I take it on as a negative, I'll lose my mind.
No, it is a positive.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, good, be scared of us, good. Take these steps to try and stop us. It means you need to. Move on.
Thank you. All right. Next story.
Next story.
So this comes from the Telegraph. The headline reads...
No, I was just going to say...
Oh, yes.
It's about turkeys. Now, we just had Thanksgiving. Well, we didn't, but America did.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, we're coming up to Christmas. So this time of year is just... It's awful for all animals because people are having celebrations and lots of meals together, and it means that...
Over murdered beings' body parts.
Yeah, a lot more animals are killed around this time of year, especially the poor turkeys. They absolutely cop it. So even though Thanksgiving has already passed, we're still coming up to Christmas. So the
story is still very relevant.
Yeah.
It's very timely. Okay, so the headline reads, organic turkey farmers sent death threats by vegan protesters as they accuse activists of scaring their birds. Wow. So many things that are problematic, excuse me.
We could record a response for an hour just to this headline, honestly.
So first of all, the farmers were sent death threats, allegedly, by vegan protesters. Now, we've made videos on this in the past. When farmers have alleged that vegan activists have sent death threats to them, they actually found that the farmers fabricated those death threats and they didn't actually occur at all.
Yeah. And hey, it goes both ways. We're sent threats all the time. Everybody. But they're just words. They're just words.
Yeah, people exalt the words and ignoring the actual actions of the murdering of these innocent beings.
You know, it's not a death threat that we're sending to animals. It's actually death. Let's focus on that. Whether it's an organic turkey farm or a non-organic, doesn't matter.
No.
It doesn't matter what we're feeding the birds. The point is we're all slaughtering them.
That's right.
Okay, let's get on with it.
And they're scared.
Oh yeah, the activists are scaring the birds.
Oh wow.
Let's get into it. Oh man, it's bad.
Not the factory farmers, not the farmers. All right. Organic turkey farmers have warned of a coordinated campaign by vegan activists who send death threats and frighten the birds as attacks rise in the run-up to Christmas. They're talking about the attacks on the turkeys by the farmers, aren't they? And the slaughterhouse workers. They're not talking about attacks by the vegan activists who are trying to liberate the animals.
How are we attacking them? With our cell phones, taking photos to expose the farm? How are we attacking birds? Sorry, cucumbers, please. Thank you.
Ethical farms. This is... here we go. This is hilarious.
Did you see how I couldn't coordinate that? You were reading it, you couldn't put the plate down. I love you so much. It's so cute. Exposed. It's cute. Yeah.
Which allow the public in to see the fields in which their turkeys roam. So if you get to see your murder victim before they're murdered,
that
they're
makes
ethical.
it ethical. See how it works?
I've got it now. I understand.
Yeah. So if a serial killer opens up their home and basement, so everyone can walk through and see the torture tools and the victims all tied up and ready to be, have their throats slit, does that make it an ethical serial murder?
Yes, it does.
Of course it does.
Yeah.
Oh, Tofu Lips TL. All we have to do is replace the victim to see the absurdity. It's extraordinary. Okay.
So the farms fear they have been targeted because of their public presence, as factory farms do not open to the public and can afford heavy security. Okay, so they're now positioning themselves as the ethical alternative to factory farms, which they know that everyone is against. Well, here's the news, people.
We're against the killing of animals, irrespective of what farm it comes from.
And I was going to say, 99% of people, if not 100% of people, are against factory farms.
Yeah.
And yet, 98 or 99% of animal products come out of factory farms. So
everyone's supporting them.
Actions are not in alignment with their values.
No. Paul Kelly, who owns the Kelly Bronze Turkeys,
reared by small farmers across the country and a favourite of Nigella Lawson and Delia Smith, said attacks by protesters are on the rise. Okay, so they've used a celebrity chef, non-vegan chef, to endorse his Christmas turkeys. His Christmas turkeys. Again, it's that idea of ownership, you know, because animals are property under the law.
Yeah, they're not
Sickens
yours.
me.
My sandwich fell apart because of the lettuce. Excuse me.
You know what owning another being is? It's called slavery. Alright? These animals are slaves. His Christmas turkeys roam free in fields together in flocks and are carefully raised for 6 months with would-be buyers able to track the bird's progress on Instagram.
So can we just take a moment here to acknowledge how sick and twisted this is? First of all, as if being raised for 6 months justifies being killed. 6 months. They're still so young. They're like babies. 6 months is nothing. How long do turkeys live?
I'm not sure, but what about a puppy farm? And we come and murder them at 6 months of age.
Yeah.
I guess that's ethical if they're free and they're together and we get to see them, and
It's crazy.
it'll be ethical, right?
So buyers of these birds get to meet their victim, meet who they're going to eat at Christmas, and track the bird's progress on Instagram. What are you, like a stalker of a serial killer? This is sick. This is so psychopathic. If we did this to humans, it would be stalking and murdering. I don't understand. And
They're trying to normalise it.
they are like, see, it's not just some nameless, faceless victim in a factory farm who you'll never meet. You get to meet your dinner. You know, it's that whole farm to table.
That whole know your source.
Know your source.
Know your source.
How about we track the bird's progress through the slaughterhouse? Why doesn't the family come over and watch the bird being electrocuted or stunned and having his or her throat slit and bleeding out and fighting for their life? Is that going to make everybody hungry for that turkey roast dinner? Are we going to show the kids that? Track that on Instagram? You're going to take a selfie with the bird? It's sick. It's sick.
It's sick.
This makes my blood boil with anger. Oh,
It should make your stomach turn. He told the Sunday Telegraph they're attacking the small farmers because there are lots more of them and they're easier to target as they can't afford big padlocks and security. Again, playing the victim card. I am sick of farmers playing the victim card. Absolutely sick of it.
I'll tell you something though.
Trying to elicit sympathy from the ignorant readers.
You're not being attacked, not being targeted because you're a small farm and you're easier to target. You're being targeted because you're more deceptive
Yes.
than the factory farms.
Yes.
Again, everyone knows factory farms are disgusting.
But people have bought this humane lie, haven't they?
This is dangerous.
There's nothing more dangerous on the face of the planet today than the humane lie. You can quote me on that.
They lull people into a false sense of security. Like, this is okay, you know, I'm a good person doing this.
Yeah.
You know, I can see the beautiful birds had a lovely life for 6 months.
They're trying desperately to tell people good things about their bad habits.
Yeah.
Murder is murder, no matter how you dress it up.
We've been targeted this year. It's on the rise. There's nothing you can do. I mean, the pictures of these animals, it's just, they want to live. They want to be free. They don't want to die.
They're scaring our turkeys and shouting at them through loudspeakers. They let the birds out of the pens and we lost 4 of them. These pedigree turkeys that we were trying to save the colour, they did a lot more harm than good. Oh wow, the victim card continues. Get out the violin. Now, like, they're trying to... Oh my God. They're conservationists now. They are conservationists.
Can we just keep in mind here, if you're worried about turkeys being scared by people on loudspeakers, why are you worried about them when they have their heads chopped off? You don't think they're scared when they're going through a slaughterhouse? Oh, I just can't. I just can't.
The small farmers are happy to show you what they're doing. It's the bigger companies who can afford to hide away.
We know what you're all doing. It's all the same bloody thing. It's what goes on in the slaughterhouse that you don't show.
Which is where all of the animals end up, irrespective of the farm on which they're raised. Whether it's an organic, local, free-range, cage-free, antibiotic-free, hormone-free, BS farm, or a factory farm, they end up in the same place.
God, we're angry today. We're angry vegans. This made us angry. I just want to eat my peaceful sandwich.
I would be surprised if other people weren't equally as angered by these
Should be
deceitful
Yeah.
articles. Yeah?
Yeah.
Deceitful.
Allow it to make you angry to take action. Say, no, this is wrong and speak up against it. I'm going to join these protests.
Well, we must be terrorists now because we're getting angry, yeah?
Ooh. Alrighty. I think there's a bigger trend towards
vegetarianism and veganism. They've probably all got together. Christmas turkeys is a high-profile thing. They know the farmers have Christmas turkeys on the farm. It's low-hanging fruit for them.
Oh my God! I hate this guy.
Here's a tip. Why don't you eat some low-hanging fruit? And leave the turkeys alone.
You know what's low-hanging fruit? The animals. You're picking on
baby animals.
Defenseless, innocent, vulnerable, trusting animals. That's picking low-hanging fruit, mate.
Again,
that's
the
disgusting.
hypocrisy.
Oh.
Sickening.
I've had death threats, loads. So have we.
It's part and parcel of the job. Again,
Same.
but I want to see these death threats.
Yeah.
Substantiate your claims, because the last farmer that did it fabricated it. There's nothing nice about killing any animal, but you just treat them as you want to be reared and kill them with absolute respect. So we're trying to make the murder of an innocent, defenseless being who doesn't want to die respectful.
Nothing respectful about slitting throats.
Yeah, it can't be done.
And it's not about raising them. See, it was very clever what he said here. Now, where's the line again? Where is it?
There's nothing nice about killing any animal, but you just treat them as you want to be reared.
Okay, so why don't we kill them the way you would want to be killed? It's not about how we raise them. It's not about the treatment. It's about why did he stop and not say, just kill them the way you would want to be killed? No, he said just raise them, rear them the way you would want to be reared.
Yeah.
Very clever.
Yep.
They always miss the killing part.
Yep.
Strategically, because they have to. That's the part that they need to leave out of the consumers' minds. Here's the beautiful farm, here are the free birds, here's the delicious dinner at the end. What happened in between? If it's not good enough for you, mate, then it's not good enough for the animals. End of story.
Small local farms have worried that they could be put out of business if they are subjected to constant vandalism and attacks.
You should be put out of business, and vandalism, and what vandalism? Spray paint is are they saying that people have spray painted or vandalised the buildings? I don't know what they're talking about.
Susan Gorst, who runs Moorgate Farm in Pottersbury near Milton Keynes, said this year was the first in 19 years rearing turkeys she has been attacked by vegans. How did they attack you?
Turkeys have been attacked for 19 years.
Yeah. She told the Sunday Telegraph, the gist of what I thought was their argument was that we kill animals. They said, oh, you say that you love these animals, but you kill them. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly right.
So,
what's your point? But I thought we are giving them a happy life. They couldn't get a happier life anywhere else than what they get here.
No. You missed the point, Susan. Again, read the quote that you just gave. You kill them. It's not about the life you give them. It's about the life that you take from them.
That's right.
Listen to the message, Susan.
It reminds
from the school teacher.
Yeah.
Susan?
It reminds me of a quote we read in a bio on Instagram recently. It was brilliant. It said, animal rights are not something that we give to animals. There's something that we take it away from them, their natural birthrights.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that. Again, it's what we take from them.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Mrs. Gorse said the vegans had been frightening her sensitive birds by shouting through a tannoy, explaining the most disturbing thing for me was they frightened the turkeys and they wouldn't come out into the field again. Have you ever been inside the slaughterhouse, Susan, and actually witnessed how scared the birds are? And then talk to us about frightening the birds.
The fact that these people act like they actually care about the animals. The only thing they care about is that these animals reach market weight and that they are able to be slaughtered for profit.
Yeah.
That's why they take care of them so they can kill them and make money. Not for the birds' sake, for their sake.
Exactly. They are supposed to be there to protect the animals, but they were upsetting the turkeys. So, hang on a second. What do they need protecting from? Who do they need protecting from? So see how she's slipped up there?
Kind of, yeah.
She says that they're supposed to be there to protect the animals.
Yeah. So,
But if there's nothing wrong with what's going on, why do they need protection?
turkeys are quite sensitive and they don't like anything unusual. Do you think... I'm just going to lose my mind today. My God.
I know.
Do you think hanging them up from their ankles and electrocuting them and slitting their throat and chopping their head off is unusual, Susan? Do you think that they might not like that? That they might be sensitive in that moment of being murdered? I can't take it. How long is this article?
Almost there. She said that if the vegans return to her small farm, she will ring the police, adding, I found it upsetting that they did pick on me. You take it personally, and you only become a farmer because you love animals. You want to care for them and want to be with them. The reason why I do things the way I do it is because I don't agree with big slaughterhouses and cruelty to animals.
I'm losing my mind.
Susan's delusional. Most farmers are delusional. And look, to be fair,
I need some more tofu.
consumers put farmers in these moral conundrums. I don't doubt that most farmers, like Susan, do care for their animals while they're alive. I don't doubt that.
Yeah, but for one reason.
I know.
It makes them money. If
I know.
you really cared for them, you would not be raising them, breeding them in the first place. To slaughter them. But keep in mind, do you know that...
But I guess we've all been indoctrinated to think that eating animals is normal, natural and necessary. So Susan and other
do it the
farmers
best way.
think that they're doing their
Sick.
populations a favour and a service.
Yeah, we're feeding people.
We're feeding the nation.
You know, we have selectively bred and manipulated turkeys, like all animals that are bred for food. We've selectively bred them so that they grow so big so quickly they can't actually mate naturally. So the male turkeys have to be masturbated basically to collect the semen, and the females are all... Their legs are tied together and
They're artificially inseminated. All right.
The footage of this is, they have to open all the feathers and insert, and just, it's so gross.
It's bestiality.
It really is. We've destroyed these animals' ability to do the most natural, normal thing, to mate. How are these people claiming to care about animals and love them and want to protect them and help them when they can't even mate?
If they put us all out of business, the only place you could buy a turkey is a big slaughterhouse and factory farm.
How about you don't buy them at all? That's the point.
Yeah, have a tofurkey. We are the people who are trying to improve animal welfare. It's very unfair. Oh, but just stop it with the victim cards. I'm sick of it.
It's not about improving animal welfare. Not about animal welfare whatsoever. It's about animal liberation. It's about stop bringing these animals into the world solely for the purpose of slitting their throat. Not about the conditions. It's about killing them.
Farmer Matt Carter, who runs Greendale Farm Shop in Woodbury, Devon, said his staff have been subjected to death threats because of their pick-your-own-turkey scheme, where customers can come and look at the turkeys at the farm before choosing one to eat.
I mean, how sadistic is that, can I just say?
Yeah.
How bad? Again, just...
But again, show us the evidence. I'm sick of this. Vegans had spray-painted "Murderer" and "Go Vegan" on the front of his shop and on peasants for sale outside. Now, are they the death threats? Because "Murderer" is actually labelling you what you are, and "Go Vegan," well, that's
It's a request.
It's not a death threat. So I bet you they're the alleged death threats. His staff had also been subjected to unpleasant phone calls, with one reportedly calling and asking the butcher, "How would you like it if I cut you up and put you on the counter?" That's a hypothetical question.
That's not a threat would be, I am going to come in and cut you up and put your body on the counter. Asking how would you like that is a hypothetical question.
Trying to elicit some empathy in you, trying to open up the part of your compassion that's been compartmentalised.
Basically putting you in the position of the actual victim, the animals. Oh, is it over? Please tell me it's over. I can't take any more. I'm too worked up.
TV chef Richard Corrigan, who owns a farm at his Virginia Park Lodge hotel and restaurant, said farmers markets and butcher shops should have extra police protection to guard against vegan attacks. Who is protecting the animals? Who is protecting the vulnerable, innocent, defenseless animals? Why is law enforcement protecting the
perpetrators,
the oppressors, the exploiters, the abusers? Remember, it's the financial, legal, military, industrial, medical, pharmaceutical complex. These institutions all support one another. And you can see it here. Law enforcement is protecting the rights of the property owners.
It's not a conspiracy. You can see it playing out in these media reports.
When they should be protecting the real victims and helping the vegan activists liberate these victims. He told the Sunday Telegraph, this is their income.
Money! That's it.
These very aggressive vegans are dealing with farmers' income, which is already really tight. Authorities need to step in if there's any intimidating going on, and they should have policemen on standby at farmers' markets. I can't do it. I can't do it.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
Please let us know in the comments below. Are you as peeved at this article and the ones we've read as we are? I mean,
if I had high blood pressure, it's gone through the roof. I just...
Fortunately, eating this way keeps our blood pressure naturally low.
Just breathe. Just breathe.
Why don't they sit home and eat their corn and enjoy themselves and leave the rest of us alone? Be vegan, but keep yourself to yourself. Don't be annoying everyone else.
Oh, mate. Oh, mate.
That is what they want the reader to concur with. They're trying to elicit sympathy from the reader and get the reader to side with them and against vegan activists to protect their bottom lines.
So, what we need...
And it's easy to do because people just go, yeah, but it tastes good.
Yeah, of course, and it's
Well,
easy.
this tastes good too.
Yeah, it does. Delicious. So what we need are all vegans to not be silent and not keep it to themselves and not sit at home and eat your vegan food. We need people to be vocal and active and join these protests, swell the numbers to show the public that this is not okay, it'll never be okay, and we're going to do something about it, and it's going to stop. In our lifetime, it will end one way or another. That's
But it's
not a
going to take
threat.
action.
That is a
Prediction?
prediction. Okay, that's something we're going to do,
Every beginning has an end.
and it needs to end. This cannot go on.
And if we were in the position of the animals, we'd want it ended yesterday.
Yeah, and if it was dogs and cats,
Everyone else would want it ended yesterday as well.
okay. Oh, is that the end of it, please?
That's the end.
Thank God.
Yeah. It's just
That
really
was painful.
frustrating
It's
and
just-
irritating. I mean,
Yeah. So,
did you enjoy your meals, guys?
I feel like I just screamed at the camera for an hour.
It wasn't supposed to be that
It
way.
really
though.
wasn't. Sorry about that. Should we do like a little meditation for closing, or some deep breathing, or something calm?
3 deep breaths.
One more.
That does feel better.
Is that better?
That does feel better.
To a vegan world.
To a vegan world.
Okay, so here are the rules for next week's mukbang.
No whining and complaining at the beginning of the video.
We will eat something before we start recording.
And no getting all amped up reading anti-vegan articles.
I had one more. Oh, and we won't try and take an Instagram photo before recording the mukbang.
Maybe we could end on a little funny.
Okay. What are you going to do?
Let's see.
Oh, it's doing something with cucumbers. This is going to be good. Oh!
How's that?
That's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Until next time, remember that.
Going vegan is not the most we can do.
Oh, God. It is the absolute least we can do. See you next video.
Bye, everyone.